There comes a time in life when you start feeling an inexplicable shift, an undeniable sense that something big is about to happen. It's as if the universe is subtly nudging you, preparing you for a significant transformation. You might not fully understand it yet, but you can sense that life as you know it is on the verge of profound change. Carl Jung, the legendary psychologist, often spoke of the mysterious ways in which the unconscious communicates with us, guiding us toward our true path. One of his most powerful insights was his belief in synchronicity, the idea that meaningful coincidences are not just random, but are, in fact, guiding forces. These synchronicities can be seen as signs from the universe that something monumental is on the horizon. Why do we feel it? Sometimes life feels like it's at a standstill. You're stuck in a routine, going through the motions, feeling as if nothing will ever change. But then, out of nowhere, subtle signs begin to appear. You feel restless, almost as if you're waiting for something without knowing what it is. This anticipation is not just in your mind. It's a signal from the universe that your energy is shifting. The feeling of restlessness. You might notice that your usual habits and comforts no longer satisfy you. The things that once brought you joy now feel dull or even draining. This restlessness is a sign that your soul is yearning for growth. You're being prepared for a new chapter, one that requires shedding old patterns and embracing something entirely different. Synchronicity, the universe speaks. Jung believed that when we are aligned with our true purpose, synchronicities begin to appear more frequently. These are not just coincidences, but rather symbolic events meant to catch your attention. It's as if the universe is whispering, "Pay attention. Something significant is unfolding." For instance, you might think of an old friend you haven't spoken to in years, and suddenly they call you out of the blue. Or you may repeatedly see the same number, like 1111, on clocks, license plates, or even receipts. These recurring patterns are a way of saying that your inner world and the external world are in alignment, moving toward a major transformation. Why do these signs appear? The universe operates on energy, and when your frequency begins to change, you naturally attract new experiences, people, and opportunities. The signs you encounter are reflections of this energy shift. Jung explained that when you are on the brink of a breakthrough, your unconscious mind will communicate through dreams, visions, or seemingly random events. This is why paying attention to these signs is crucial. They are not meant to be ignored or dismissed as mere coincidences. Instead, they act as guideposts, directing you toward your next chapter, trusting the process. When you notice these signs, it's natural to feel a mix of excitement and anxiety. Change can be intimidating, especially when you're unsure of what lies ahead. However, this is the universe's way of encouraging you to let go of control and trust the process. Jung once said, "Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." This profound statement serves as a reminder that when you look inward and align with your deepest desires, the universe will respond accordingly. Don't resist the shift. It's important not to resist these signs or try to force your life back into its old patterns. When you resist, you only prolong the discomfort. Instead, lean into the changes, no matter how unsettling they may seem at first. Often the universe disrupts your routine, not to punish you, but to make room for something better. Prepare for the transformation. When you start seeing these signs, It's time to reflect, journal your thoughts, meditate, or spend time alone to tune into your intuition. The more aware you become of these signals, the better prepared you'll be when the big change finally arrives. One of the most telling signs that the universe is preparing you for something significant is the emergence of strong, unexplained urges and intuitions. These aren't just random impulses. They are your subconscious mind trying to communicate with you. Carl Jung believed that intuition is a way the unconscious mind reveals hidden truths, guiding us toward our destined path. The sudden desire to change, you might wake up one morning and feel an overwhelming urge to make a life-altering decision. Perhaps it's quitting your job, moving to a new city, or ending a relationship that no longer serves you. These feelings might seem irrational or sudden, but they often emerge after a long period of inner conflict or stagnation. Example: imagine feeling stuck in a monotonous job for years, and one day, without warning, the thought of leaving becomes almost irresistible. It's not impulsiveness. It's your subconscious finally breaking through the layers of doubt and fear, urging you to move toward a life that aligns with your true self. Following the pull of your soul, it's essential to pay attention when you feel pulled toward something that excites or scares you. These are signals that your inner self is aligning with your higher purpose. Jung emphasized the importance of honoring the psyche's desire to grow, even when it disrupts your current stability. Don't ignore the urge. Often we dismiss these feelings because they seem illogical or inconvenient. However, ignoring them can lead to prolonged dissatisfaction. By acknowledging these urges, you allow your authentic self to guide your actions. The whisper of intuition. Sometimes the signs aren't as bold as a sudden desire for change. Instead, they come as a subtle, persistent feeling that something isn't right, or that something new is calling you. You may feel uneasy in situations that once felt comfortable or drawn to places, people, or ideas you previously overlooked. Example: perhaps you've never been interested in creative writing, but lately the idea of starting a blog keeps crossing your mind. You might feel compelled to visit a bookstore, where a book on personal storytelling practically leaps off the shelf. These small nudges are your subconscious pushing you toward unexplored aspects of your potential. Trusting your inner voice, Jung believed that when the unconscious mind speaks, it's crucial to listen. Often intuition feels vague because it's rooted in deeper parts of the psyche that don't communicate logically. This is why intuitive thoughts can feel more like gut instincts or emotional reactions rather than concrete plans. How to strengthen your intuition. Practice mindfulness. Spend time in quiet reflection to hear your inner voice. Journaling. Write down recurring thoughts or desires. They may reveal patterns. Meditation. Clear your mind to better recognize subtle insights. Pay attention to dreams. Jung considered dreams as messages from the unconscious, guiding you toward self-discovery. The courage to follow your instincts. Choosing to act on intuition requires courage, especially when it means disrupting your current life. However, ignoring these urges only leads to regret and a lingering sense of being unfulfilled. Taking the first step might feel daunting, but it's often the most crucial part of your transformation. Real-life scenario. Think of people who left stable careers to follow their passion. Often they talk about an undeniable feeling that they were meant for something more. This internal drive wasn't random. It was their subconscious guiding them to align with their purpose. When doubt creeps in, it's natural to question whether these feelings are valid or just fleeting emotions. To distinguish genuine intuition from mere impulse, ask yourself, Does this urge persist despite my fears or doubts? Does thinking about it make me feel excited or relieved, even if it's scary? Have I felt drawn to this idea repeatedly over time? If the answer is yes, it's likely more than just a passing thought. It's your soul calling you to step into a new phase of your journey. Jung's wisdom on intuition. Carl Jung once said, "Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakens." Intuition is your inner self, trying to awaken you to your potential. By trusting your instincts, you give yourself permission to grow and evolve. Embracing the unknown. The universe doesn't always reveal the full picture right away. Sometimes following your intuition means stepping into uncertainty with faith that things will unfold as they're meant to. Taking that leap not only transforms your life, but also strengthens your connection to your authentic self. When the universe is preparing you for a major change, it often communicates through repeating patterns and symbols. Carl Jung called this phenomenon synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that reveal deeper truths about our lives. Why repeating patterns appear. These patterns aren't random. They're signals from the universe that your inner and outer worlds are aligning. Jung believed that synchronicities reflect the unconscious mind's influence on reality, guiding you toward your true path. Common signs, numbers. Seeing repeating numbers like 1, 1, 1 or 2, 2, 2 signals alignment or change. Animals. Frequent encounters with a specific animal symbolize qualities you need to embrace. Songs or phrases. Hearing the same lyrics repeatedly may contain a message. Dreams. Recurring dreams often point to unresolved issues or transitions. If you notice a pattern, ask yourself, what was I thinking when I noticed it? Does it evoke a specific emotion or memory? How does it relate to my current situation? Synchronicity in numbers. Seeing numbers like 111, new beginnings, or 555, change, repeatedly signals that your life path is shifting. These numbers appear when your subconscious is processing something important. Dream symbols. Jung viewed dreams as messages from the unconscious. Recurring dreams, like falling or being chased, reflect inner conflicts or fears that you need to address. Recording and reflecting on these dreams can help you understand their deeper meaning. Jung's wisdom on synchronicity. Jung said, "Synchronicity is an ever-present reality for those who have eyes to see. This means being mindful of patterns and interpreting their messages. Responding to signs. Acknowledge. Accept that these patterns have meaning. Reflect. Consider how they relate to your current situation. Take action. If the signs suggest a change, trust your intuition. Trust the universe. These signs are reminders that your path is unfolding. Embrace them as guides, rather than dismissing them as coincidences. They indicate that your inner and outer worlds are harmonizing, leading you toward transformation. One of the clearest signs that the universe is preparing you for something big is experiencing emotional turbulence and inner conflict. Though uncomfortable, this inner chaos often signals a significant transformation ahead. Carl Jung believed that growth begins by confronting the darker aspects of our psyche, what he called the shadow self. Why emotional turbulence happens. When old patterns no longer serve you, your mind and soul start rejecting them. This can manifest as anxiety, frustration, or feeling lost. Jung saw these emotions as signals that something within you is shifting. Embracing this discomfort, rather than resisting it, helps you move through change more smoothly. Feeling stuck and trapped. You may feel stuck in a job or relationship that once felt right, but now feels suffocating. This discomfort is your soul urging you to evolve, while your conscious mind resists change out of fear or habit. Example: if going to work feels draining and uninspiring lately, it's a sign that your subconscious is pushing you to seek a more fulfilling path. Emotional outbursts and sensitivity. You may notice heightened sensitivity or strong emotional reactions to small issues. These emotional surges are your subconscious processing unresolved conflicts. Instead of suppressing them, allow yourself to acknowledge and understand these feelings. Facing your shadow. Jung described the shadow self as the hidden parts of your personality, fears, insecurities, and past traumas. During transformation, these aspects surface, demanding attention. Facing your shadow can be unsettling, but is essential for self-integration and growth. Navigating emotional turbulence. Acceptance. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment. Reflection. Write down your thoughts to understand your emotions. Expression. Talk to someone you trust or express yourself creatively. Self-compassion. Accept that conflict is part of growth. One of the most challenging signs that the universe is preparing you for something big is experiencing unexpected losses or endings. Whether it's the sudden end of a relationship, losing a job, or even a deep friendship fading away, these events can feel devastating. However, Carl Jung believed that such losses are often necessary for transformation. Why endings happen sometimes, the universe intervenes to remove what no longer serves your growth. When you cling to situations out of fear or comfort, life may force a change to push you toward your true path. Though painful, these losses create space for new opportunities. Jung's insight. Jung stated, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." Letting go of what no longer aligns with your authentic self is a crucial part of that journey. The shock of change. Sudden endings can feel like your world is collapsing. Initially, it's normal to experience grief, confusion, or anger. However, these emotions are part of the healing process. The key is to accept the loss without becoming stuck in despair. Seeing loss as a new beginning. Often what seems like a setback is actually a redirection. Losing a job may lead you to a more fulfilling career. A relationship ending might force you to focus on self-growth. Viewing loss as a new chapter rather than a final one helps shift your mindset. Example: after a painful breakup, you may discover strengths you never knew you had. The relationship ending forced you to confront your independence, leading to newfound self-confidence. The role of acceptance. Resisting change only prolongs suffering. Instead, practice acceptance by acknowledging your pain without trying to control or reverse the situation. Allow yourself to grieve, but remember that this phase is temporary. How to cope with unexpected losses. Grieve. Allow yourself to feel the pain rather than suppressing it. Reflect. Consider why this ending might be necessary for your growth. Find meaning. Look for lessons that the loss may teach you. Embrace. Change. Use the space created by the loss to reinvent yourself. Transforming pain into power. When something ends, it often triggers deep introspection. Jung believed that pain has the potential to awaken our consciousness. Instead of focusing solely on what you've lost, think about what you might gain. This shift in perspective can help transform sorrow into motivation. An opportunity for growth. Sometimes loss strips away the illusions we cling to, forcing us to see life more clearly. It can be a wake-up call to stop settling for less than you deserve. Accepting the end allows you to rebuild on a stronger foundation. Trust the universe's plan. Even if you don't see it now, trust that the universe knows what it's doing. Life's disruptions often lead to breakthroughs. The pain of losing something important is sometimes the push needed to align with your purpose. Moving forward, embrace the idea that endings are not failures, but transitions. By letting go, you create room for new experiences that resonate with who you are becoming. In time, you'll see that the loss was not just an end, but a beginning. One of the most profound signs that the universe is preparing you for something big is a sudden increase in awareness and sensitivity. You might find yourself more in tune with your surroundings, noticing details that others overlook, or feeling more connected to people's emotions. This heightened perception is not just a coincidence. It's your intuition sharpening as you evolve. While your awareness increases, as you undergo personal transformation, your consciousness expands. Carl Jung believed that heightened awareness is a sign that your psyche is integrating deeper truths. You become more perceptive because your mind is shedding outdated beliefs, making room for a more authentic understanding of the world. Jung's insight. Jung stated, "Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakes." This means that by paying attention to your inner world, you gain clarity about your external reality. Signs of heightened sensitivity. Emotional intuition. You sense people's feelings without them saying a word. Increased empathy. You feel more compassionate toward others, even those who hurt you. Physical sensitivity. Noises, smells, or crowded places become overwhelming. Creative surge. Your imagination and creativity seem more vivid and spontaneous. Enhanced dreams. Dreams become more intense and symbolic, guiding you toward inner truths. The gift of intuition. During this phase, your intuition becomes your strongest guide. You may find that gut feelings are more accurate than logical reasoning. Trusting this inner voice, even when it defies logic, is crucial. Example: you feel uneasy about a new opportunity, even though it seems perfect on paper. Trusting your instincts may save you from a situation that doesn't truly align with your values. Sensitivity as a tool for growth. Though increased sensitivity can feel overwhelming, it's also a powerful tool for personal growth. You become more attuned to your needs and boundaries, helping you make decisions that truly honor your well-being. Managing heightened awareness. Practice. Mindfulness. Ground yourself in the present to avoid sensory overload. Set boundaries. Protect your energy by limiting time with draining people. Creative outlets. Channel your heightened sensitivity through art, writing, or music. Embrace solitude. Use quiet moments to process your heightened perceptions. The challenge of empathy. Overload. Sometimes being more empathetic can lead to emotional burnout. You might absorb others' emotions, leaving you drained. To protect yourself, practice self-care and set clear boundaries. Remember, you can support others without carrying their burdens. An awakening to purpose. As your awareness heightens, you may begin to sense a deeper purpose. You realize that life is not just about external achievements, but about inner fulfillment and meaningful connections. This realization can inspire you to pursue your passions and embrace a more authentic life. The path ahead. This heightened state of awareness is not permanent. It's part of your growth process, helping you recalibrate your life and align with your true purpose. Instead of fearing your sensitivity, view it as a sign that you are becoming more in tune with yourself and the universe. Final thoughts. Your journey through signs of transformation, from synchronicity to emotional turbulence, unexpected losses, and heightened sensitivity, reflects your soul's evolution. Embrace these changes as opportunities for growth. Trust the universe and, most importantly, trust yourself. Affirmation: I honor my sensitivity as a gift that guides me toward my true path.